All right, you've seen all of those commercials for those 23andMe tests, and what does that mean once you get that DNA information to you? How can you better personalize your treatment? Dr. Bjork from AOMS joins us today to help us operate like a champion in this regard, which is like personalizing medicine for our own benefit, right? This is kind of the new frontier.
You bet. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
So when you think about personalized health care, this is not the health care of the past. The health care of the past is not going to equal the health care of the future. And what I mean by that is we are rapidly moving into a segment of health care where we're no longer going to be doing sick care, we're going to actually be doing health care.
Which is so exciting.
It is exciting. And the way I look at this is personal health care is based on the fact that we're all individuals, we all have a specific genome, we're all different. Well, one size fits all really ends up being one size fits just a few. So personalized health care moves you toward the realm of what is it that you need to solve the problem that you specifically have. Things changed radically in 2003. The Human Genome Project was completed. Remember, that was a government venture that spent billions of dollars, and then Craig Venter came in, created Celera, and finished the project. Well, would it surprise you to learn that the billions that they spent getting the human genome actually on paper now is projected by 2025 to cost $1? Today, you can get it for a few $100s and get your entire genome sequenced. I think that's pretty amazing.
That is really exciting, and so that's going to mean like that we're going to be able to control what we want and what we get and what we need on a a much quicker basis, huh?
Absolutely. If you think about, you mentioned 23andMe, that's just one of many. There are literally dozens and dozens and dozens of companies that supply a kit that you do at home, send off your data, and get your DNA analyzed. But remember, these are not one-size-fits-all either. Some of them are designed for diet and exercise. Some of them are designed for wellness. Some of them are designed for nutrition. Some of them to look at your genes to see specifically, are you at risk at a certain disease? Are you at high risk of developing cancer? These are exciting things. The problem is, how do you integrate and incorporate all of this information that's coming to, and who does it?
So as a doctor, as a physician, do these sorts of tests, these things make you happy, or do they make you trepidatious?
I don't know if happy is the word. I think that there's really good progression. I think we all have to go into it with a certain degree of we don't know everything there is to know, and when you don't know something, that can hurt you.
Yeah.
For example, let's say you had your gene sequence done, all right? And let's say you were at risk for breast cancer. Well, what happens if an insurance company finds out about that? Does your insurance rate go up? Well, fortunately, there's laws on the books right now that your gene information can't be used against you right now, which I think is good. But just to give you an example of what's out there right now, when you think about things like, how do I make myself healthier via diet? There's a company in California called Viome. Well, you have 1 trillion cells in your body. You have 10 trillion bacteria. So in actuality, you have more bacterial DNA in your body than you have your own DNA. And that old gut instinct that you've always heard about, well, it turns out that the gut has its own quote-unquote mind. So what Viome does is, as gross as this sounds, is they send you a kit. They send a stool specimen off to this company. They then sequence every bacteria in your gut. And these are thousands of bacteria. Then they send you back a report telling you which food types you can and can't digest, which ones are good for you, which ones you should avoid, which ones you should maybe load up on. I think that's pretty exciting data.
I agree.
And then to find out that my specific mixture of gut bacteria is unhealthy or healthy, those are things that I think will help us all in the end.
Really, really fascinating stuff, and it's exciting, I'm sure, as a physician for sure as well.
Very fascinating.
Thanks for being here today. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
For sure. All right, stick around, everybody. We're going to head into the kitchen right after this. We got a little Cajun spice.